So, hey, hi everyone. Daniel here. We'll be there shortly, so just stay tuned. Okay. Meantime, just enjoy. Hi, Dylan.
Hi,
Hello, hello. So we have a few people, so we're waiting for to start in 3 minutes. I think Alicia will be late. Yeah.
can.
Mm, yeah. So welcome everyone. We'll still wait for the rest of the audience, and uh, we can actually. Hi, Noas. Noas, can you hear us? Hello, hello. Yeah, sorry, just now I didn't, my music wasn't played. Sorry about that. Where are you, Dylan?
Huh? At Johor.
Johor. Okay.
Mm.
While we wait
Later
for,
we wait for a while for from Alicia because she's at China now.
okay, no problem. Maybe you want to share later. You want to share a bit on what Lembaga do and what you guys do. while we wait for Alicia. So Alicia is our partner who is helping to co-organize this. She has done multiple trips to China, and she's in Shanghai, I believe. Yeah, so waiting for her to yeah, yeah. Apologies. So just wait a while. We'll be back soon. Dylan, do you have anything? You have slides to show?
Yeah, everything is with Alicia there.
Okay.
Ah,
We'll wait for her.
can.
So, for those who are already online, feel free to just share. Have you guys been to China? Have you guys doing business in China, etc.? Like, what are the things that you guys are looking forward to? If you have any questions, especially in terms of the area of Beijing and Tianjin. One of the things we have chosen Beijing and Tianjin is because we are doing a visit to Tsinghua University, which is one of the top university in the world. They are their top university in China. So I believe their current ranking is. I do not know what's their current ranking now.
I think Alicia will be knowing well because she is from there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, Global, they are number. Last year, they are basically number 22. Employability is the sixth in the world. So overall, they are the top university in Asia, basically. Okay. They don't know. We're still waiting for Alicia, so there's no apologies for that. Okay, so I think we can start. We can start. We'll start in a bit. Hi, Ru. Do you see the chat? Hmm. Give me a second. What's the consequence between Malaysia and China? Yeah, usually we can answer this question later. Usually WeChat the IU, but I think in most recent years there's actually people using and also TikTok as means of communication of business. So those are very popular to very two popular to use. Some of the general if you notice actually massively on the channel they prefer voice message because different people have different way of speaking and just a bit answer. Okay, so welcome everyone. Thank you very much for attending. Uh, Thank you very much for attending this webinar. While we're waiting for to just and introduce introduce a bit. I am the founder, also the running the entrepreneur group. So if you are not familiar with the community Facebook with 170,000 members, the goal for the group is really to help entrepreneurs, business owners in Malaysia to reach out to. I think that's my objective in the longest while. So we want to try to find ways to get people to learn about businesses, expand outside of Malaysia because I do think there's a lot of amazing potential in Malaysia and so on. So with me we have Dylan. Hi Dylan.
Hi.
Yeah. Yeah, Dylan, can you just share where you come from and what's the Lambaga's role as and some of the
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Dylan. Okay, this time we will head to Beijing and Tianjin. This program will be 5 day, 4 night. So mainly we will be going to the uh, 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 Beijing government or the entrepreneurs area. So the detail later Alicia will be share with you all. But while waiting, Alicia, so maybe you guys can let me introduce myself. Okay, we are from LSBIM. Actually, it's a Lembaga Sumber Pakat Industry Malaysia. So basically, we are doing the humans related talent board. Actually, it's a talent board in the industry. So before that, okay, actually we have connect to the Beijing government. So they also part of it. They need us to introduce, and then we are exchange our culture and our mind about the plan about between the China entrepreneur and the Malaysian entrepreneur. So this is why maybe then Daniel found us. Then we are working together. It sounds interesting. So before because we are went there before on I think it's April the time. Okay, so a lot of the interesting and then the many opportunity, and then we are connected. Okay, so they are hoping us to go there also again to help the entrepreneur in China come to Malaysia. Even though our Malaysians okay go there, they will have a program to help us. So this time, I think this is our major intentions. Okay, to go there. It's not, of course, we are going there also can leisure to do it, but the kind of something is talking about the entrepreneur and then the opportunity. So the in the business, we can do a sharing. So few of the program we are designing is quite interesting. If you are holding the company or you have some products or something else, okay, you want to explore the international market or for the big market in mainland, so that will be good for you. And then for those doing start up your business idea or start. Okay, so you also have opportunity to go there to pitch. So this is the quite interesting because we later Alicia will share about this one detail. So I think Alicia is come in now.
So
Okay.
maybe before Alicia, uh, whilst we wait for Alicia to prep, so can you explain a bit of the history of Lembaga, how you got involved, and what exactly is Lembaga's the full name and what you guys do?
Oh, just now we already say that lembaga LSBIM is Lembaga Sumber Pakat, okay, Industry Malaysia. Ah, so we are connecting government and then others country and governments. Mm. So doing
Uh,
the exchange. Then about the talent,
how,
mm,
how long has it been around actually?
I think since 2020 until now.
Okay.
Mm.
And now I'd just like to welcome Alicia. Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
Hello, hello. Sorry, I was trying to get the VPN up, but now
No
I
problem.
am here and ready to present. We
Okay.
also prepared a PowerPoint slide
Mm.
that I can
Share.
maybe share the screen. Yeah,
So where are you at the moment?
I'm in Shanghai right now.
Okay. Shanghai should be quite fun.
Yeah, it's also extremely hot. It's like 40 degrees for the past few days. Pretty,
Mm-hmm.
pretty intense. Okay. Can you see the full screen?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I'll let you to present, and I will just hide Dylan and myself. Okay.
Yeah.
okay,
Thanks.
sure. And then,
Okay.
yeah, for both of you, just feel free to jump in anytime, um, anytime that you would like. And for those who have questions, they can also, I guess, put it in the chat, and then we will answer it together as well in the Q&A section. So let me do an overview of the event and the tour. It will be for 5 days, and this presentation aimed to give like a rundown of what will happen, what to expect, as well as what why we picked the location that we picked. So okay. So this is the trip overview. It will be a 5 day, 4 nights trip, 5 full days, because the trip will start on the moment we land, and it will go and we'll be flying back from Beijing as well. And throughout the whole trip, we'll be meeting a lot of different stakeholders, and it will include people from corporate as well as government as well as academia. And for throughout the whole event, there will be a lot of collaboration opportunities as well. For example, if you're going to the tech park or if you're visiting the government, they will also bring or select business matching opportunities for us as well. And our partners in Beijing is also helping us do the precise business matching. So lots of opportunity to meet potential partners, potential clients, and most importantly, the tech parks that will be really welcoming all the entrepreneurs. And then number 4 is it will be the iTech semifinals. So we also secured an exclusive partnership with iTech to run a demo day in itself. So whoever who signs up for this trip, you will also be eligible for the iTech semifinals that we'll be co-hosting together with Chaoyang. And okay, so this is what I mentioned. So 3 days will be in Beijing and then 2 days in Tianjin. And now I will run through the schedule of like where we will go and an introduction of the places that we will go. So why Beijing and Tianjin first and foremost? There's only 4 直辖市 in China, so the cities that are governed directly by the central government or federal government, and it is Beijing, Tianjin, Shanghai, and Chongqing, if I'm not wrong. Yes. So Beijing and Tianjin is already 2 out of 4 of the cities that are governed directly by the Chinese central government. So there's a lot of opportunities in these 2 areas while we focus on the capital of China, which is Beijing. So the first, because we're landing at Daxing, so we'll immediately go visit the Daxing Airport City, where they actually focus in medical devices. They have their whole park for medical devices and pharmaceuticals, as well as aviation and all things transportation. Because Daxing Airport City is actually one of the largest airport cities there are in the world. So we will be meeting the government officials, the people who will be coming up with the different incentives and whatnot. So for those who are interested in entering China or coming into some of the core verticals, this would be a very good understanding of how to enter Beijing or how to enter China. And we would also go for some attraction spots around Beijing. So there's a very famous summer palace, for example, which is like the Forbidden City, or some national parks that they have in Beijing as well. So day 2, it will be iTech Day. So we will be interacting with a lot of Chinese entrepreneurs. One, those who are interested to bring their businesses into Malaysia or into Southeast Asia as well. So lots of opportunities for business networking, business matching, as well as for those who have your own tech startup. We will do a demo day event, which is also the semifinals, that we will invite investors as well as the judges and people to sort of like support the whole event. So you'll be able to pitch your projects to potential investors, as well as the Chaoyang government. Chaoyang is like the very prime location in Beijing. So Beijing is very prime location in China. Chaoyang is like the Bukit Bintang of China, of Beijing. So it will be a very conducive day where we go all things iTech and connecting with the local business people. Okay, and then day 3, we'll be heading to visit the slightly north of Beijing, where we will understand some of the development area, namely Changping, and of course Tsinghua University Science Park. And I'm from Tsinghua University, so I am still trying to, after we get the name list, so after everyone has applied, then I will try to get us all into Tsinghua University, but no promises yet, because sometimes they're very picky about who comes in. But we nonetheless will be able to visit Tas Park, which is situated right outside of the south gate of Tsinghua University. And this picture was taken the last time when we went to Beijing in April. Yes. And on the right, this was with the Changping government. So we had an introduction by the head of foreign affairs of Changping, as well as the directors of the tech parks. And for Changping, they have very focused areas in technology, namely renewable energies, big tech, as well as electronics, if I'm not wrong. So, and there were also, half of them were also Chinese entrepreneurs who are interested to bring their businesses into Malaysia. So it was a very conducive two-way connection kind of thing as well. And this time, because Changping was, they are now a lot of tech companies from Beijing is moving away from Haidian into Changping. So it's a very emerging area in Beijing as well. So we'll be able to go in depth, and then we might even get Changping to bring us to some of the touristy areas as well, led by the government. And then the same day, same night after Changping, we'll head to Tianjin by bus. It will be about 2 to 3 hours, and then we'll arrive at Tianjin, have dinner, and then we get ready for the next day, which is we'll go for a more artsy understanding of Tianjin, because Tianjin is they have a lot of they have a manufacturing base there, but at the same time they are very cultural as well. So for example, we would go either one of this, which is the Yangliu Qinghua She. It is the in China there's 8 institutions for art that are very highly regarded, and Yangliu Qinghua She, this Yangliu Qing Fine Arts Press, is one of the 8 highly regarded art institutions in China, and this is the top guy from the fine arts press. So we'll be able to go in depth and have a very exclusive VVVIP treatment to see how they make the paintings and everything. Or we would go for the wine art gallery, which is quite interesting to find like vineyards in China. Okay. And then for day number 4, we would go for company visit. And for company visit, we are still awaiting for the name list. Once we have the name list of what industries we're all in, then we would select one that is more interesting for everyone. And we would also go for the networking conference and banquet at night. So we'll get to know more about our Malaysian friends as well as our China friends as well. Okay, then for day 5 in the morning, we have a bit of time, so you can go visit around Tianjin area. There's like 9 different concessions in Tianjin. So it's a very Western city, but at the same time, the culture is so rich. So you get some time to walk around, and then take a half an hour bullet train from Tianjin to Beijing Daxing Airport. Then we'll go back to Kuala Lumpur. So this is the sort of summary of the event. So we would have travel insurance for everyone, but it's still highly advisable for you to get your own. And because we are still confirming with the China side, there might be slight, like tiny changes on the itinerary, but that is, I would say 90% confirmed. And of course, subject to weather conditions, but this shouldn't be a problem as well. Because October, it should be around autumn time, so fall. So it would be cool, but not that hot and not that cold. So it would be a very nice weather. Yeah. So we'll have 5-star hotel, 4-star hotel and above, likely 5-star in central district of these 2 cities, and it will be for 2-person in 1 room. If you have special requirements, you can also tell us, and we'll cover everything in terms of food, transportation, and accommodation. But for personal expenses and flight tickets, it will be yeah. So I'll just
Okay, so
for questions. Yeah.
thank you very much, Alicia. Just you can leave the other slide out in terms of that, but
Mhm.
I think one of the reasons we did this also we want to learn a bit more on the why you mentioned some parts about Beijing and China. What are
Yeah.
the various opportunities that the entrepreneurs can really explore in terms of this?
That's
Like,
a great question.
uh,
Yeah. I think China, especially recently, there's a few trends. One, highly advanced when it comes to technologies. So one thing I would say from Malaysian entrepreneurs' perspective, it is definitely the learning, to see how big the scale is. And then second, because China right now is they have, for the past few years, they have been very receptive globally. They want more global talents and global technologies to come into China. So they are also offering very attractive incentives and packages for foreigners or foreign companies that are willing to enter China as well, which is why we also partnered up with iTech. Competition is a really good way for startups to explore the market. And then third, it is also that right now, a lot of China businesses especially are looking to come into Southeast Asia. And Malaysia is one of their top destinations. So there are a lot of business opportunities from China looking outwards as well. So if we go into China at this point of time to interact with them or to get to know them, I'm sure there will be a lot of business opportunities to be 挖掘 how to say 挖掘 to be looked,
Cultivate. Yeah.
to be caught. Yeah, yeah,
I,
definitely.
I got another question for you, Alicia, but I want to ask Dylan from your past experience, the last one, because you do with human resource and etc. What were some of the deals or some of the things that came up during your last trip, for your last study trip to China? Like, what are some of the experience that the people here should learn or should prepare themselves or will be expecting?
Yeah,
So Alicia, you want to tell?
I can share this.
Mm.
Okay.
um so I think during the event itself, it was quite overwhelming because there's a lot of information, like meeting a lot of new people. But I think the magic really happens after, when we added them on WeChat, on private chats, and we continued following up. So a lot of the members that went on the first trip actually returned back to China, or establish partnerships or MOUs with the people that they met in China. And they actually returned. For example, we had a entrepreneur that sells coffee in Malaysia, and they wanted to bring coffee into China. So when they went to Tsinghua University, they met a lot of Southeast Asian students who are studying in Tsinghua, and they actually started to make connections to see how the students, while they're Southeast Asians, they can also bring some of the Malaysian coffee into China. And then there were also other examples where we hosted a networking event where we invited Chinese entrepreneurs as well. So now they're also collaborating to see how they can do business matching for future events as well. And they actually visited each other in Tianjin and Malaysia. So there's a lot of friendships that could start. So I would say download the WeChat so that when you're in China, you can connect with locals much faster, and then follow up so that then they will start telling you more stuff. Because initially, the first time you meet, maybe they won't tell you so much details, but if you follow up, then you'll be able to get a lot of value out of it.
I think
Yeah,
one of the question earlier Chin asked is what's the common communication tool used in China, and I think
WeChat.
the answer for WeChat is the number one.
Yes.
Also
I
Alipay,
think
Alipay,
Alipay, yes.
Alipay.
Yes. Because Touch and Go.
Touch and go.
You can use Touch. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Because they link Touch and Go and Alipay together.
Mm.
So,
you can
so you
actually
can
chat
also
in
use Touch and Go.
you can also chat with Alipay. Am I right?
Oh, I think so, but
Mm.
not many people
Not,
do that
not
lah.
very common. Yeah. But the Alipay is using through our Touch and Go. Then you can use it anytime. So about the
I
tools,
think I think
communication
Chin
tools.
is other than WeChat, what other tools, what other stuff that they are using? I think before while you think about that, I got one follow up question for Alicia. Uh,
Mm,
so you mentioned that the China government been trying to encourage a lot of Malaysian businesses to come to China and giving out
yes.
grants and giving out matching them with investors. Like what are
Mm,
like how much are the grants like what's the range and what sort of grants
mm,
you
mm.
can share?
Yes. So it ranges, and in terms of how they pay it out, is it also ranges. Like for example, for iTech, they are giving up to a million for, I think, first
Renminbi?
first three prizes. Yes, renminbi. I think 1 million or 6 million. I
5 million.
cannot remember. Yeah,
Five,
or
five,
even 5 minutes. So yeah, it's basically in the millions that they're
mm,
giving for the first prize. And a Malaysian last year actually got it.
mm,
I think it was not the first prize, but first three prizes, or like the big sum money. So so prizes when it come prizes from competition, that's one form. The other form is actually tax incentives, or they help you register your company for free basically. My company in Beijing was basically facilitated by the government, the Daxing government, and it was it was very no fast, very fast process as well. So they give you different types of support, not just monetarily, but they also give you business connections, and they business match for you as well, so that you can get your clients, you can get your sources, and they're very willing to help if you have very specific requirements. Yeah,
Yeah, I noticed the other thing that a lot of the regional government in China, they tend to like to do business competition, but it's usually that's an excuse to just try to get people to come in,
for
and
sure. Yeah,
also yeah, and also the other thing I also noticed is like if you, especially if you have technology, they want you to set up in China, so they will do a lot to help you out to like when you showcase over there, if they and they will do a lot to try to set you up, like giving you spaces, giving you other stuff over in
yeah,
China. So it's very they are very keen to kind of get people to come into China. Uh,
yes,
I think so for the rest of you, if you have any question, feel free to just ask in the chat. But I think
yeah,
Chin was asking about that. I think Luck and Ding Dong are usually my number um, communication tools, like collaboration tools in China. So people use like TikTok quite a fair bit. TikTok is actually by a subsidiary of Alibaba, and then Luck is a tool used by
bite
Tencent,
dance.
ByteDance, yes. Sorry, ByteDance, yes, correct.
Mm, yeah.
Uh, any other questions from the audience? Yes. So, Alicia, like, what's the cost are we looking at in terms of the entire thing for now?
Entire trip. Yes. So let me share. So normally, it is 9,500, but for early bird members and community members, we are offering 8,800 at the moment. So we are opening up the early bird until 31st August. So if you are interested in it, you can register your interest here. It's a Google form that you can just type in your details, and then we'll follow up with you uh, to to give you more information about the trip as well.
Alicia, I think Sarah has a question about iTech. What is iTech about?
Mm.
Okay, so iTech is a competition organized by the Beijing government. Beijing government is specifically the Chaoyang government. So it is a global competition, and they are getting startups from different verticals to apply. And once you get to the finals, and if you get a prize, then there's very attractive awards and prizes as well. So maybe I can try share my screen for the website so that you can take a look. And they also have a Southeast Asia um, specific one. Okay, this one.
I
So
can share. Yeah, don't worry, I
oh,
got it.
okay, share. I have it here as well.
Okay, then I'll let you share. I'll just cancel
Yeah.
the. Yeah.
And so it's the International Talent Entrepreneurship Conference, and it is the 12th edition for Chaoyang. And we are partnering up directly with Chaoyang to for this event as well, so that if you are coming on the trip, you're able to meet directly the iTech organizers, as well as pitching directly to the judges. So This is a special perk for those who sign up. Yeah. So they have a startup group. They also have a growth group. So you will find something that is fitting for you. Yeah. So they help with policies, bonus, registration, industries, da da da, all this.
Yeah, I think it's been
Yeah.
around for a while.
5 million. Yeah.
Mm, 12 years, I think. Wait,
12
12th
years, yeah.
edition. So it's a lot of money, and they are actually they like Malaysia a lot because for us, a lot of us speak Mandarin and everything. So there were a few Malaysian startups who won the prizes for iTech as well.
Is there a requirement in order to go this trip? Do I need to be able to speak Mandarin? Or B, should my company be ready for to go to China?
Um, what number one, should do you need to speak Mandarin? I would say
Mm.
it's a bonus, but because I know a lot of Malaysians don't speak Mandarin as well, so some of these spots they also provide English translation or English to have the trip in English as well. And a lot of the people that we will be visiting are also very well versed in English. So you don't have to know how to speak Mandarin, but it will be a plus because a lot of the everything around you will be in Mandarin, and I think you'll get more out of it if you understand the context more. But it's okay if you don't. And then for the second question, your startup doesn't need to be ready because it is also designed so that there's a lot of learning involved as well. So when we go to different tech parks, we're learning how different startups how they scale things and company visits. So it is optional for the demo day. If you have a ready deck, if you have a ready startup that you want to share, then we welcome it. But if not, you can be in the participant, or you can also do your networking as like a preparation for your future startup as well. So you don't need to have, yeah.
Do you need to be a tech startup to join this trip? Like there are a lot of businesses that are SMEs and etc.
Yeah, I would say you don't need to be a tech startup, because the tech startup will be good for iTech, but for any other things in terms of the tech park, business matching, like for example, the last trip we had a lot of SMEs, SME owners and or traditional company owners, or like even F&B, and they also got a lot out of it because in terms of the government that we're meeting, they have connections with all the different types of industries. So we'll be able to business match depending on the industry that you are in, to match with potential business partners who might come to Malaysia for their business as well. So you don't have to be tech startup. Tech startup would be good for iTech, but any other stuff, I think SME would also get a lot of value from it.
So what are other things that I want to find? One of the other things I want to find out is like uh,
Yeah.
the business opportunities of people coming from China to Malaysia. Like
Mhm.
you mentioned, there were some. Can you give some examples over there?
In terms of, okay, so for example, manufacturing, a lot of them are coming to Malaysia because the manufacturing requirements in China is getting more stringent. Like they cannot manufacture cars anymore. like China is doesn't give the license to manufacture new cars anymore. The last one who got it was Xiaomi. So they eventually need to come to Southeast Asia or elsewhere. Right now, Southeast Asia is the cheapest option compared to the rest of the world, cheapest and most advanced. Because, for example, Malaysia, Singapore, you can get very advanced manufacturing equipments and talents. So one, they're really looking at Malaysian market for manufacturing. Second, trade. for products, food, pharmaceutical, etc., electronic products and whatnot. So they're looking for 分销商 or like dealerships. They're looking for dealerships in Malaysia as well, so
For the
that they
Asia,
can,
for the Asia market.
yes, for whole Asia market or even globally. They are using Southeast Asia as a springboard or
Yes,
Malaysia as a springboard to go to Europe as well, because they cannot go directly to
yes,
Europe or US because there's a lot of sanctions. So they are actually moving their supply chain into Southeast Asia, and then from Malaysia export to or
yes.
Southeast Asia export to Europe or US. So yeah, I would say trade and
This is what we
manufacturing.
see and what we get the inquiry from there. Then we are asked. So we also getting a lot of inquiry say that they need to start up. Then also want us to find out some talent or the distributor or somehow is a related and entrepreneur the SME to collaboration with them. By the way, they are aggressively to come out. If not come out, then so this is the connection, and then why the China Beijing there is requesting some database or some things like the area. Let we answer the Sarah questions. Is if we have a specified company, yes, I think if you have a specified Chinese company that you wish to meet, and then we can facilitate. Uh,
Yes, yeah.
in whole
Um,
Alicia, is it whole China or only Beijing or Tianjin? Whole China, is it?
um, you can, because we are physically going to Beijing and Tianjin.
Yes.
If it depends on your request, if
Yes.
it's I guess important enough for the China side as well, then I'm
Mm.
sure they are willing to travel. If they're willing to travel, then you can meet in Beijing. But I would like to focus in Beijing and Tianjin, and we will have our China partner to help us do the business matching too.
Yes.
So give us your inquiry, we'll pass it to our China partner, and then
Mm.
they will be able to find something that fits.
Mm.
Yeah.
So this is also another question from Ching. What's the tax incentive policy by the Chinese government, foreign setup and etc.?
Yeah. So for tax incentives, as I mentioned, one way is like a money payout, monetary payout, or whatever. For tax incentives, it depends on the industry that you're in. One, they might do case by case basis, where if you are building a manufacturing plant, for example, or you're doing FDI, where you're getting foreign direct investment in, those are the ones that they will give much heavier tax incentives. It If it is trade, like if you're exporting your F&B products or if you're exporting your products into China, then they might give you like logistics. In terms of logistics, they might give you some type of discounts on a tax or something like that. So it will depend on the industry, and you have to speak to the government directly, which through this program, you will be able to talk to the government officials that are in charge of that, which is the 招商局. Yeah. So this question, I think they will be able to
Yeah.
facilitate
The
case by
answer
case basis.
is definitely have, but we want to see the specific industry you are in. Then we can answer you strictly. Of course, from the Beijing government there, they have a in charge officer to help us to answer you that question. Maybe that time you have a specific questions. So this time is a connecting like that like this lah. Okay. Hope we
Yes.
answer your question, Achin.
Yeah.
I
And
think.
or sometimes, sorry, yeah,
Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so sometimes they help you incorporate your company for free. Like mine was pretty streamlined process, and then they had like assigned somebody to make sure that as a foreigner I could get all my different steps like opening bank accounts are all these things done as well. So that's the type of help that they provide. But for tax, it will depend on the industry.
I think as we get like as you guys sign up, we will also gather and then we'll try to facilitate in terms of what is needed to actually help you to what. So for me, the objective is
Yeah.
A, to learn, B is actually also to build connections over in China. There are it's a long term thing. So although there are things, and then three is to showcase what are the Malaysian businesses that we have over there because there are a lot more stuff over there.
Mm.
Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. So we will, if there's any final thing, Dylan and Alicia, you want to share?
Mm. So far, I think so far
Oh,
not here.
I have something. So I think in October the weather is really good. Like right now in Shanghai or in Beijing it's like 40 something degrees. And then in
October.
uh yeah, no, but in December or January it's like negative degree. So October is the one of the best timing to go visit, and then we'll be going directly after the uh golden week in China, which is the first week of October, so there will be less people as well. So we actually selected a very comfortable time for all of us to enjoy China more. So hope you guys can make it for this one.
And it's also within Asia. So the last time I did was together with I think because of
I think you're
cooperating,
lagging.
working together. Yeah. Oh, sorry, my line is getting. Okay, well, in this, thank you very much, everyone. I'm not sure you can hear me, but of the homes everyone for time and look forward to see you. Thank you. Bye.